everyone, welcome to the second week of your onboarding program. I hope you had a really great time with us last week. So this week we'll be focusing on memberships, and today's training will go over what types of memberships there are at the Hive, what are the terms and conditions, the policies, and also what is an office share agreement. So we'll start off the training by showing you where you can locate your materials that you need for today. Let's get into this folder called 5 Weeks Onboarding Program, which is this one right here. So if you click into that, you'll be able to see that all the folders are separated by country. So please select your appropriate country, and for us, we'll be using Onboarding HKG, for example. So once you click into that, you'll be able to see there are 5 folders separated by weeks. And because membership is allocated in the second week of onboarding, so this is the one we'll need for today. You can see there are 2 documents. There is the membership training PowerPoint and also the membership cheat sheet. So please be mindful that the membership cheat sheet is location specific. Make sure you're selecting the right one for your location, and you're able to see that over here. And back to the folder, you see this mini folder called membership prices. So if you click into that, you'll be able to see the price list for your location. And because Hong Kong has 6 locations, and that's why we have 6 folders here. So for example, if we click into Wan Chai, you'll be able to see the price list for Wan Chai. And these are normally the price list printed out and placed at the reception area. That is how we locate our materials. Let's jump into the training now. I'll be sharing my screen for the most part of this training. It is very important for us to remember our mission statement is that the Hive is a second home for our members where they can thrive and grow. And that is the reason why we do what we do. And that ties into the membership we offer as well. We offer different type of membership to best accommodate different needs. Membership types. We offer 11 different types of memberships, and that includes part-time hot desk, full-time hot desk, dedicated desk, booth desk, private office, virtual membership, day pass, workstation, cafe membership, lounge membership, and Voyagers membership. So please note that not every one of these membership will be offered at your location. It's location specific. Some of them might have others and some don't. So let's talk about each types of membership, and let's start off with part-time and full-time hot desk. What are they? So for part-time hot desk, it offers 10 full days or 20 half days of access to our space. It offers a personal locker, 1 hour of meeting room credit, and 50 pages of printing allowance. As for full-time hot desk, it offers 24 hours and unlimited access, a personal locker, 2 hours of meeting room credits, and 100 pages of printing allowance. So they're basically the same desk, same sort of accommodation. It's just that full-time hot desk gets a little bit more of the accommodation, and part-time hot desk gets a little bit less. So it's 10 full days, 20 half days, and this is 24 hours unlimited access. And obviously, because they're full-time memberships, they offer more meeting room credits as well as printing allowance. So what happens if you go over the printing allowance? We will charge you by this amount. So it'll be $1 in black and white and $2 in color. And these are in Hong Kong dollars. So again, these membership types are location specific. So we are using Hong Kong as an example. So if you go into the folder that is according to your country, you'll be able to find information that is based on your location. This is an example of how hot desks look like. Hot desks are used by different people at different times. And the good thing about it is it allows members the convenience and flexibility to work wherever they want in our common areas with access to amenities. So all they do is they look for an available desk and they can start working. So this is what it looks like. And let me give you another example. This is another example of what hot desks look like. So you could see it over here, here, and here, and all these over here are hot desks. users. Dedicated desk. So what is the difference between dedicated desk and hot desk? So for dedicated desk, it's also situated in an open spot in our common area. And the difference is that you can return to the same desk of yours every day. So it's basically a dedicated desk for a specific member, and they can leave their own personal belongings behind as well. This is an example of how a dedicated desk looks. It's very similar to hot desk. So it offers 24 hours and unlimited access to the space, so similar to full-time hot desk, a personal locker as well. The difference is it's a fixed desk, and it offers more meeting room credits and printing allowance. So it offers 3 hours of meeting room credits and 150 pages of printing allowance. So that is 50 pages more than full-time hot desk and an hour more of meeting room credits. Let's move on to booth desk. So what is the difference between booth desk and dedicated desk? This is an example of how booth desk look like. So as you can see, this is a regular desk that can be applied to either hot desk or dedicated desk, and booth desk are these ones. So it's shelved and has more storage spaces. Let's move on to private office. So if we were an airline, private office would be equivalent to first class. It offers members a private space. It offers the most accommodation compared to the other membership we touch upon. So basically, it offers 24 hours and unlimited access, personal locker, 4 hours of meeting room credit, 150 pages printing allowance, and these are credits per person. Let me show you how private office look like. So as you can see, these are hot desk or dedicated desk, separated by glass. You can see there are 2 desks here, and this is actually a private office space. Let me show you the inside. This is what a private office looks like. It is very secluded, and it's perfect for members who handle a lot of confidential information and requires a lot of privacy. This membership is suitable for people who are running a new startup company, or if they're moving between places, or if they're not staying in a country for long. So we'll be responsible for handling their mail, and if they need access to our space, they'll have to pay 50% off our regular day pass price. It is a membership that doesn't come with meeting room credits or a printing allowance. So if they do need to use the meeting room, or if they do need to print, they'll have to pay extra for it. So day pass isn't technically a membership type with us. It's more like a pay-as-you-go pass that allows you access for a day with a location. Both members and non-members can purchase day pass from us. For members who are registered for a part-time hot desk or associate membership, if they require access to our space or additional access to our space, they can purchase day pass at a discounted price. For day pass, we can only accept cash and EPS payment. We do have locker rental available if requested. However, it does not come with any meeting room credit. Please note that all the membership from this point onwards does not apply to every location. They're location specific, and not all locations offer these memberships. And the first one we'll talk about is Workstation. So Workstation is very similar to Booth Desk. It has additional storage space, even more than Booth Desk have. So it offers 24 hours unlimited access to a location, personal locker, 4 hours of meeting room credits, and 150 pages of printing allowance. Cafe membership. It allows 2 hours of cafe access only at the cafe area, and very similar to lounge membership. Very similar to cafe membership, lounge membership allows access to a specific area, and it is the lounge area. Picture of how the lounge look like or a cafe. At last, we have Voyagers membership. It allows 24 hours and unlimited access to all our 21 locations across Asia Pacific. It includes hot desk usage, cafe, lounge, and terrace access, and it comes in weekly or monthly membership. It is perfect for people who are traveling around and need access to different locations. We have touched upon all different types of memberships we have at the Hive, so now let's look at how members can apply for the memberships. There are a few things you need to pay attention to when a member is applying for the memberships. The first thing you need to pay attention to is the billing name. might be a tricky one because the person who's applying for the membership might not be the one who is paying for the membership. So let me give you an example. If I go to WeWork and actually apply for a hot desk, I wouldn't actually be the person who's paying for it. Crystal from the finance team would be the one who's in charge of all the invoices and billing for the Hive. So in this case, billing name would be under Crystal instead of me. So when you are signing up for a member, just make sure to clarify who is the person we're supposed to bill to. Another thing you need to pay attention to is whether we're billing to a person or if we're billing to a company. So after you fill in billing name and billing email, there'll be company name if it's applicable, full name of the member, mobile number, email address. Start date means the day the member will start with us, and end date is the day the contract ends. The nature of the business that the member does, their job title. And over here, there'll be the preferred membership type. So which type of membership that they select. The total payment, have we received the deposit? Have we received the first month? Ticket if you have. And lastly, there'll be payment term. So what kind of payment have the member agreed to use? Lastly, there'll be signature and company stamp if applicable. Here, we have an example of an associate membership application. Everything is the same as the one we just looked at. It's very straightforward. And this is an example of a day pass application. It's the same again, straightforward. The only difference is for day pass, the options we have is day pass per day or a weekly pass. And also, if they requested any lockers from us, we'll charge them over here too. And for payment term, we can only accept cash or EPS for day pass, and that's the reason why we have less selection here. And lastly, remember to request a signature from the member and company stamp if applicable. Now let's talk about how you can sign up a member. So there are a few things you need from them. The first is the membership application form. The second is a copy of their ID or their passport. The third is the deposit. The fourth is the length of commitment they will be with us. And the fifth, you need to communicate to them about the notice period, which is 30 days. It might be a little difficult for you to remember all the stats and all the documents you need from the member right now because you have not seen the procedure yet and you have not done that yourself. Try to think about it this way. It's very similar to how you were onboarded with us. Let's try to go back to the day you received the offer from us. What happened next? The next thing we did was to ask you for a copy of your ID card or your passport. We clarify on the salary, and that is similar to us communicating the deposit with the new member. We let them know about the notice period. Similarly to when you sign the contract, we will tell you that if you do leave us one day, your notice period is 30 days. We also ask about information on your bank account so we can deposit money into your account every month. So similarly, we ask about form of payment from the members, so we are able to deduct money from them every month. So, what do you think about the question? Can membership be shared between two people? The answer is no, and the reason is very simple, is because that would minimize our ability to make profit, and that is also the reason why we request you to upload a picture of our members when you sign them up on Office R&D. That is how we can monitor our members and make sure that the membership is not shared. Okay, so we're on to our next topic. What is an office share agreement? So office share agreement is a contract between us and also the member. So what is office share agreement for? It is a supporting document for our members to submit it to the immigration office or to the bank for a visa application or for a bank account registration. And who can request for office share agreement? Let's look at this chart here. So basically, office share agreement is an agreement that we are guaranteeing the member or the user is spending an amount of time in our space. And because of that reason, every membership from part-time above are eligible to request for an office share membership. And that includes part-time hot desk, full-time hot desk, dedicated desk, booth desk, and private office. And the only ones that are not eligible is associate membership and day pass, because we cannot guarantee that day pass user and associate membership members are in our space for a certain length of time. So when do we issue the office share agreement to our members? For private office members, we will give it to them on the day they sign the contract with us. For the others, we will issue the agreement to them when it's requested to. So now I have some questions for you to think about. Do we guarantee that the application will be successful if we provided our members with the office share agreement? So let's not let you dwell on the questions for too long. For the first questions, the answer is we cannot guarantee that their application will be successful. And the reason is because the office share agreement serves as a supporting document for our member to submit it with their application. And we have no influence on the decision-making process, and is similarly to the copy of their ID card. For the second question, we can politely explain to our members the reason why we cannot issue an office share agreement to associate memberships. And a solution is they can upgrade their membership to a part-time hot desk, and that way we can issue an office share agreement for them. Have you ever had an experience where you join a gym membership and all of a sudden you wanted to do some traveling and you're hoping you can suspend the payment for a little bit so you're not wasting service? So what happens at the height of a member has that request? So what we can offer is we can downgrade their membership. There is no limitation on how long they can downgrade it for. What we don't suggest doing is to suspend their membership completely. And what happens if a dedicated desk member or a booth desk member is hoping to downgrade their membership plan, but also hoping to keep their desk? So we can offer them 50% off the membership they're paying for to keep their current desk. I wonder why we suggest downgrading instead of suspension. And the reason is because when a member is away, we hope that we can have the profit rolling in during the time they're away and we're able to keep the desk for them and the space for them. So knowing that they will be back, we're unable to sell the space that they were occupying, and that minimizes our profit. So these are the very common question we get. What is the notice period? Can a member request to use their deposit to settle their final invoice? And how long does it take to return the deposit? So let's look at the first question. What is the notice period? It's exactly the same as your employment contract as well as a rental contract if you have dealt with one. It's 30 days notice. And for the second question, can a member use their deposit to settle their final payment? And the answer is yes, but you need to make sure that all the one-off fees are settled. You would definitely get this question a lot as a front of house, is how long does it take for us to return the deposit to the member? It's approximately 30 days. So we have spoke about the steps on signing up with a member. So what are the steps on termination? These are the steps on handling terminations. It'll be really difficult for you to remember everything step by step. All you need to do is to know about the flow. So here are a few things that you need to put on your checklist when you're handling termination. So you need to make sure there's 30 days notice given by the member. You need to check if there are outstanding payment. And because potentially the member would ask to use their deposit to settle their last invoice, to update on Office R&D on their end date so your team knows about their departure. And also you need to obtain their bank details so we're able to deposit the money back into their bank account. All deposit will be returned by check, and for Hong Kong, if the member is using HSBC, will return by direct deposit. On your list is to update your deposit refund document. On your last day, make sure you collect the locker keys from them, their access card, and make sure their storage places are cleared. After they have left the space, make sure you clear the office and the desk, and set it up with a welcome pack. And last but not least, to ensure that our personalized service is consistent throughout the member experience, we will send them a thank you card and we will ask for feedback so we can know how we can do better. That is the end of our training. I hope the materials help you understand memberships a little better. Thank you very much for joining us today. And again, if you have any questions, concern, or anything you'd like to share, please Slack me or send me an email, or we can even have a catch up over Google Hangout. And I look forward to seeing you in our next training.